Hey everyone, welcome back to the Aligned Strength Podcast. We are on episode number 33 today, and we're talking about cortisol. I'm sure many of you women have heard this word, the word cortisol, the stress hormone. So we're going to go over information on that. So, here at Aligned Strength Podcast is where we align strength through mind, body, and spirit. And I'm your host, Mandy. And diving into the topic today that has been coming up a lot lately in conversations with clients, members, friends, hear it all the time. You see it on social all the time, and that is cortisol. Yes, you've probably heard about cortisol, referred to as the stress hormone. But what does it actually mean? How does it affect your daily life? How does it affect your sleep, your mood, your workouts? How does it affect your whole body? This episode is especially important for women because cortisol plays a huge role in how our bodies respond to stress at different phases of our life. So whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or older, this one is one that you're going to want to listen to all the way through. All right, so what is cortisol? Let's start with the basics. Cortisol is a hormone produced by our adrenal glands, which sits at the top of our kidneys. It's a part of our body's natural fight or flight response. When you encounter a stressor, whether it's a bear chasing you or you're just running late for work, your brain signals your adrenal glands to release cortisol. A little cortisol is actually a good thing. It helps regulate your energy, manage inflammation, control your sleep wake cycle, and keep your body running smoothly. But here's the key. Cortisol is meant to spike and then come back down. The problem happens is when stress is constant, when your brain and body are always on alert. That's when cortisol levels stay elevated. And that's when it starts to impact everything from weight to your mood to your menstrual cycle. How cortisol affects women. Let's talk about how it affects women. For women, cortisol doesn't act in isolation. It interacts with estrogen, progesterone, thyroid hormones, and even insulin. When cortisol is chronically elevated, it can lead to belly fat storage, even if you're eating healthy and working out. It can disrupt your menstrual cycle and contribute to irregular periods, PMS, and premenopausal symptoms. It affects sleep, making it harder for you to fall asleep and then stay asleep. It can increase your cravings, especially for sugar and carbs. And mentally, it contributes to anxiety, mood swings, and the wired but tired feeling. Women are especially sensitive to these changes because our hormones already fluctuate throughout the month. Cortisol throws that balance off even more. And let's be honest, women are often juggling a lot: careers, families, workouts, relationships, aging parents, busy schedules. So it's easy for stress to become a constant background noise. Let's talk about age and cortisol. You might be wondering, is there a certain age when it becomes more of an issue? The truth is, cortisol affects women of all ages, but in the late 30s through mid 50s is where it's seen the most with most people, with most women. Here's why. In your late 30s and 40s, premenopause begins, and estrogen and progesterone start fluctuating. Cortisol can easily dominate if other hormones drop, leading to weight gain, anxiety, and fatigue. Sleep often gets disrupted during these years. which raises cortisol even more. And life stress tends to peak. Careers are demanding, kids are older but busy, and women are often in caretaker roles. That combination is the perfect storm for cortisol dysregulation. How can we control and lower cortisol? Now, this is the good part we've been waiting for. Like how can we control it? What can we do about it? How can we lower it down? And we're going to go over steps at what we can do. First of all, natural steps to lower your stress is what we're going to go over. You can eliminate stress, you can't eliminate stress, but you can lower it. You can train your body to manage it better. And here's some effective ways. Number one, prioritize sleep. Your cortisol should be lowest at night. Poor sleep or scrolling through your phone late into the night can keep it elevated. Aim for a consistent bedtime. We've talked about this many times in quite a few podcast episodes, is aim for a consistent bedtime. A dark, cool room and a calming wind down routine. Number two, move smart, not just hard. So exercising is amazing for stress, but too much high intensity training without recovery can keep cortisol high. Mix in strength training with adding yoga and adding walking or low intensity sessions throughout the week. Think of it as balance, not burnout. So not just all high intensity workouts, add in those lower intensity walking, stretching, add that in. You need the balance. Number three, get more sunlight. Exposing your eyes to natural light in the morning helps regulate your cortisol rhythm. It's like hitting the reset button for your hormones. So think of morning sunlight is hitting that reset button for your hormones. Very important. Number four, eat regular balanced meals. Skipping meals or under eating can spike cortisol because your body perceives it as a stressor. Prioritize protein. Focus on protein with every meal. Prioritize protein, healthy fats, and fiber at each meal can keep your blood sugar stable and cortisol balanced. Here's an example. Breakfast, scrambled eggs with avocado and sauteed spinach, or a protein smoothie with berries, chia seeds for breakfast. Lunch, grilled chicken or salmon over a big salad with olive oil and nuts. A snack could be Greek yogurt with a handful of almonds, an apple, or hummus with veggies. And then dinner, a balanced plate of lean proteins like chicken, turkey, fish, with some roasted sweet potatoes or brown rice and a side of colorful veggies with olive oil. It does not have to be complicated. The goal is to nourish your body consistently so cortisol doesn't spike from low blood sugar or long gaps between meals. Number five, practice daily stress resets. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing, meditation, journaling, or stepping outside for fresh air can lower cortisol levels. Little moments add up. 5 minutes here and there throughout the day doing things, it adds up, it builds up to help lower your stress cortisol levels. Number 6, say no more often. This is a tough one for a lot of people, especially women, but constantly overcommitting is a hidden cortisol driver. protect your boundaries. We just had a podcast a few episodes ago about boundaries and saying no, and it's okay to say no. Just overcommitting stuff stresses you out and it spikes your cortisol level. So say no more often. It's okay. And then a personal note on supplements, as far as people ask me often, is there supplements that you take? Or because there is hundreds of different supplements out there that you see all over advertised for lowering your cortisol. I want to share that something personal that I have used, but I've only used it a couple of times and I don't even know if it's helped or if it's just my normal natural way of lowering stress helps. But so I'm a big believer that the most powerful way to support your cortisol levels is through daily habits. Lowering stress through daily habits like sleep, movement, nutrition, stress management. Pills or powders can't replace that foundation. But with that being said, the one product that I have tried is Young Living's Cortistop. It's called Cortistop. And it's from Young Living. I'm a huge believer in many of Young Living's products, but I don't take it daily. I don't take it on a schedule. It's more like I take it as needed. So if I feel like I'm going through a very stressful time, then I will take it. But then again, I don't know if, if that has helped or if it's my normal journaling or meditation and walking and going to bed, trying to go to bed at the same time, all of those normal habits, if that's bringing it down. So, but there is that for extra, that's what I have used, but I don't know honestly anything else about any other products. And again, that's not my first line of defense. My first line is always changing your habits that can cause the imbalance in the first place. Supplements are just a little boost on top of the foundation if you find something that were to work for you, but I don't know a lot about any of supplements. So people have asked me if I tried any, if I know of any, but again, daily normal stress relieving habits, I believe, are the best. Those are the foundation. Those are the basics, going back to the basics of making things simple, saying no, and natural ways of lowering your stress. Today's takeaway from this episode is cortisol isn't the enemy. It's essential for life, but in today's world, our cortisol switch gets stuck on the on position. And that's just because of how life is today and everything that is going on in life and how busy it is. And it affects everything, especially women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Our goal for the week is simple. Pick one cortisol lowering habit to focus on daily. This could be walking outside for 10 minutes in the morning. Maybe it's committing to a decent bedtime routine. For me, I have an alarm set on my phone for 8:50 at night that goes off every night telling me it's my bedtime. It helps because otherwise time would get away from me and I'm not, and then I look at the clock and oh my gosh, it's 9:30 and I'm way past my winding down time. So try that. Try to find time that fits for you. You're going to want to go to bed 8 hours before you get up. Try and get in your bed 8 hours before you need to be up in the morning and stick to it. Set a routine. Try that for the whole week. So maybe that is going to be what you want to do this week to try and have that as your goal. Going to bed at the same time, or saying no. Say no to something that drains you. Pick something this week, say no to it if it drains you. Small, consistent shifts make the biggest impact over time. So that is all I got on cortisol. Hopefully this episode helped you get a little bit more knowledge of it. If it resonated with you, if you know of a friend who could be struggling with sleep or weight or stress, share this episode with them. Cortisol is something that so many women are dealing with quietly, and just understanding, little tips and the truth about it can be a game changer for them. Or these tips on just lowering stress, but a pill is not going to fix it. So that is a big, not goal, but knowing that. You should know that. All these pills and all these advertisements that are out there, it's not going to take it away. It's not going to fix it. Everybody has cortisol. Everybody has that stress hormone. So lowering your stress is the goal. Focus on lowering your stress. If you like today's conversation, don't forget to follow the podcast, leave a review, tag me on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is Fit For You with Mandy. We want to hear your biggest takeaway from this. So send me your messages. I love hearing what you think about the episodes. Send it to a friend, like it, leave a review. It helps everybody. The goal is to help everybody through mind, body, and spirit. So until next time, take a deep breath, manage that stress, and keep showing up for yourself. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all. The information shared in this podcast is for educational and motivational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.